Fight for your brethren, for your sons and your daughters, your wives and your houses. Fight. Fight. And it shall come to pass when our enemies heard that it was known unto us, and God had brought their counsel to naught, that we return all of us to the wall, every one unto his work. Our strategy for ministry is to fight for the family. That's what I want to talk to you about. Because in the pews of your churches, there are people whose families are in crisis. While we're developing usher boards and choirs and prison ministries and all of our auxiliaries and departments, there are people in your church, on your deacon board, on your ministerial staff, and I would dare say even some pastors who are losing the battle in their family. And they're sitting there worried about what the ushers are going to wear and what the choir is going to sing and what time we've got to be in the prayer room. But they've got hell at home. It's in your pews. Bring my preacher. The preacher comes out, called of God. I heard the voice of Jesus say, "Come unto me." Responds to the call of God, and he starts into ministry. Most of us, if we would have known, what we were getting into when we started, we would have made Jonah Nevertheless, we started with all of these wonderful ideas. We have these wonderful ideas. We read in the book how it's supposed to go. And so we approach ministry with all of these holy ideas. This is the way it ought to be. This is how it ought to be done. This is the way a family is supposed to be run. This is the way the church is supposed to be. 5 steps to a blessing. 5 ways to be healed. 10 steps to get up. 7 steps to go on. We have all of the right ideas. But then there's realities and humanity. My ideals says holiness. My reality says I'm human. And I'm stuck between 2 extremes. And right when your ministry starts to go up, here come skeletons out of your closet. Skeletons are the things that you thought were dead. And you thought you had them vanquished, and you thought you had them defeated. And yes, when you thought you were growing up in life, here comes that old stuff that you thought was dead. And you're trying to minister to other people, but you need ministry yourself. What do you do when your skeletons are coming after you? Your temper is coming after you. Your passion is coming after you. Your frustration is coming after you. And you're trying to be God's man, and you're trying to be God's woman, and you're trying to be the president of the auxiliary and the head of the deacon board. But there you are, and here comes those old ghosts back into your life again. The dark shadows, the deep, dank things that you thought were up under the blood, and they weren't dead. They weren't dead for a long time, but every so often the skeletons come back to haunt you. But I have to have a perfect little family. I have to have an ideal situation. I have to have everything in order. Everything has to be right. I have to have a wonderful little, godly little family and a nice little spiritual life. I've got to have a nice little family. Everything's got to be wonderful. My children playing together and wonderful. Just a picture of what a family is supposed to be. You know the nice little Christian families that we all talk about and share. It would be great little family. Oh, I've got a son and a daughter, and I just came home from work, and everything is wonderful. The nice, godly, Christian little family who haven't gone through all the ages yet, nor all the stages yet, but they're somewhere in the process. And so many dreams. My daughter's going to the University of California. Oh, my son, he's going to go to Yale, and everything's going to be wonderful. Everything's going to be great. These are my ideals. These are my concept. This is the way that I planned for things to be. This is the way that I wanted them to go. I thought they were going to be wonderful. I didn't expect to fool around and have my realities fight against my ideals and find the tension break out in my life. And 10 years into the marriage, here comes a drug addiction, and I got a little problems broke out in my family, and I got to keep it quiet because church people can't deal with you having a real problem. You got to have an ideal situation. You know, people are not prepared for you to have a real problem in your life, a struggle, an issue, a dilemma. Oh, no, not a drug problem. No, not getting high, not busted for smoking pot, not crack in your family, no, all of your brothers got to be prayer warriors. All of you got to be spiritual. You couldn't have a problem. No, it never happened to you because everything works well in your life. Everything's perfect and holy. You are the example of purity and holiness, and it started out looking so good, and everything started out so wonderful, and everything started, but now there's a tug of war because all of a sudden there's a crisis in your life and in your situation, and you find yourself, this couldn't be in your family. This couldn't be how things are done. We couldn't have a problem in our marriage. There couldn't be no marital problem in here. There couldn't be any wives who've been beaten in here. There couldn't be. It couldn't be. Every 15 seconds in this country, a woman is beaten by somebody who loved her. But that couldn't be. That couldn't be here. That couldn't be why she didn't come to church Sunday. It couldn't be the first lady didn't come because it couldn't. No, that couldn't be. That couldn't be that she'd been through. No, that couldn't be going on in here. It couldn't. Could it? It couldn't be going on. The deacon's wife got slapped up under a refrigerator, and now she's sick of church and sick of everybody. Maybe that's why she's sitting up in church looking all funny. Maybe that's why she's not cooperating with ministry. Maybe the woman is, but no, that could be because everybody got on silk dresses and hats and purses and pocketbooks and everything looks good in here. This couldn't be. They're good looking night. There couldn't be a man in here beating his wife. Couldn't happen in here. No. Couldn't everybody in here is prayerful men and godly men and holy men and spiritual men. There couldn't be a woman in here with a secret. There couldn't be a first lady who's secretly addicted to anything in here. No, that couldn't happen. It couldn't be a deacon's wife in here who's being abused. No, that couldn't happen. And, oh God, no, not my daughter.